Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
BYU quarterback Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Might not be their best option.
Well, I think Zach Wilson being out is a real problem.
Zach didn't look the same tonight.
Couldn't really get a good grip on the ball.
How does this impact BYU spring football?
I signed up for it, coming into college football. I knew that everyone's going to have an opinion. Everyone's going to, say something about you.
He's had his fair share when it comes to people doubting him and also when overcoming some injuries.
I know he gets criticized and stuff a lot for whatever mistake he makes, and I know a quarterback is the high-profile position, but I promise you, there's not a kid that takes it harder than he does.
And I just don't know if they realize the sacrifices that these boys make. Really just for their team, for their school, for their coaches, for their fans, just to make them proud. Win or lose, they're still doing it for them.
Trips left, twins right, empty, quarterback draw. Wilson 15, 10, Wilson on his feet, 5, on his feet, touchdown! Into the end zone he goes, and the Cougars take the lead!
Happiness for me was being able to play in front of my family. There's nothing better than, I come out of the tunnel after the game and, there's my uncles and my aunts and my brothers and sisters and the whole family just came out to support. And I think that just means a lot to me. That's happiness knowing I have, people always behind me.
So do you remember your first game?
I don't.
You had just turned 8, and it was our first scrimmage game. Well, I guess it was like a real game. It was full refs, everything against Murray. And I think that game you ran 2 touchdowns in and you had a pick 6. You remember that? You don't remember that? And I was yelling at you because he jogged the pick 6 in.
Oh yeah, I remember that part.
I'm like, he jogged it. I think he took it like 50 yards. I know you got to remember that one.
Every single game, they break it down. They go over every single play. What he did different, what he should have done, what he did well but could have been better. And then he actually does a little bit of amending, but I still love you, son.
I knew what it took for him to be good, and I think he realized it later in life. Probably took to his junior, senior year for him to finally realize how much work he had to put in to achieve his goals, his dreams. So I was hard on him, and I pushed him, and I've coached all my boys the same way.
He says, my parents pushed me so hard, and I missed out on a lot. And then all of a sudden one day I was just like, I love this. Like, this is my thing, And if you don't push them to that point of the takeoff, some of them will never find it. They'll never realize what their gift was.
During the quarantine, me and my brothers first started working on the Jeep together. We didn't know how long spring ball was going to be canceled for.
I think it just kind of brought us together. We were literally, I think, every single day. We'd come out and we'd sit there till 12 o'clock at night just sanding. We wake up, blow it off, and we're like, crap, that part's not good enough because we want it to be perfect. So we'd sand the little cracks and stuff, and I think we all just kind of got closer doing it.
There was nothing more satisfying than leaving that paint shop at the end of the day and it was finished. And it was like, hey, we did this and it's super cool. Like, not many people can say that they painted a car, off of YouTube videos, having no idea what they're doing. I would say when you're not playing football, it's definitely cool to have something on the side that, keeps you entertained, gives you a little relief from football and gives you something to kind of explore what you like in life besides football, right? You can't pour all your eggs in one basket and, you're going to get sick of it quick. So it was nice to be able to do something as a family and just take a little break from football for a couple weeks. And once we finished up that, it was a really good opportunity for me to go out to California and train with John Beck and 3D QB, the guys that I work with out there. So we got to weekends where, football would end around 1 on Fridays, and I would hop in the car and I'd drive 10 hours to California by myself. And I would train with John Beck Saturday morning from 8 to 11 or whatever it is, hang out Saturday night, and then Sunday morning it was pretty much the same thing. About 8 to 11, I'd take off and come back home.
You got the stones, the jar, and the sand. And if someone tries to put the sand in first, there's not room for all the stones. And when you put the stones in first, then you can put the sand in and they all fit. When I look at Zach, I see Zach as the guy that he knows the value of those stones. He makes sure he's getting all of them in. I think he's even the guy that's like, can I fit this stone in too?
He demands a lot of respect for the things that he does off the field, puts a lot of time into the game and into his craft, and studies a lot of football. and I just wanted him to go out there and have fun.
Right before Zach went to BYU, one time he said to me, you know that song, Humble and Kind? He said, Mom, just always remind me. Just always remind me of this song, to be humble and kind, always.